Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new GTA Online video, and in today's video I am gonna be grinding from 0 money all the way to 10 million in GTA Online. So let's not waste any time and let's get right in. So first, I had to get rid of my money, and I kind of already did that when I bought the maxed out yacht and the maxed penthouse, all because everything was on sale on Black Friday, so I just had to get them. So I had a few dollars to spare, so I just took a random car and threw some random customizations on it, and I actually saw the pink limo while going to the LS Customs. If you know what the pink limo is, make sure to drop a comment for those that don't. And I was actually grinding money for the brand new winter DLC that is gonna be coming on December 12th. If you haven't seen that video, I'll leave a link down in the description. Now the requirements for this challenge. Number 1, I already own all the businesses, so I can fully use every single business that I want and any method I want to use. Obviously no glitches or mods. Number 2, I can use my own vehicles like the Oppressor Mark II or the Sparrow, just so I can make my life easier and travel around the map, plus I'm not gonna buy them again for this video. Now for the methods that I am gonna use, because yes, I can use every single business, but not all of them are as good as some of the other ones. So number 1, obviously Cayo Perico heist, and even though it did get nerfed heavily, it's still a pretty good method, because I can do it in about 45 minutes and that's an easy 1.1 million. Next up, the casino heist. Now this one is a bit more time consuming, but when Cayo Perico is on cooldown, I'll be using the casino heist, just because it still pays between 1.2 and 1.5 million. Next up, the data leaks, which is the Dr. Dre contract from the agency. I am gonna be using this one when Cayo Perico is on cooldown, because Cayo Perico does give like 100k more on average, and it takes less time to complete, but this one's still pretty good. Now other random stuff I am gonna be doing to actually make money in between all of these are number 1, payphone hits. Those are really good and they give out 85k for like 5 minutes of work. Then I'm gonna be doing acid lab sell missions and bunker sell missions, and both of these are just passive businesses. I'm just gonna be resupplying them and selling them once they're full. Maybe some auto shop contracts and some agency contracts, depends if I have enough time in between. So let's begin. On day 1, I have 0 money in my bank account, so I did a quick payphone hit for 85k, and I completed an agency contract, which gave me 100k, which is enough to start the Cayo Perico heist. And for our first Cayo Perico, I got bearer bonds, which is the second best loot you can get. So I quickly stole a boat, greeted the valet, stole a keycard, stole the fingerprint cloner, stole a cutting torch, and I did ask nicely for the weapons, but that didn't go out so well. And then I was ready for the heist. The secondary loot for this heist was weed, cocaine, and then weed again. So I stole all that. I also opened the safe, hacked the elevator, and opened the safe for the bearer bonds, and quickly made my way out of there for an easy 1.1 million, including the elite challenge. After that, I started the casino heist. Now for our first casino heist, I did get cash as the target, which is the worst one, but it's honestly fine. We're still gonna get a pretty good payout. And the approach I took was the big con. I'm not gonna show you how to do them, but here's the board of what preps I did. Now for this heist, I did go with the exterminator outfit, which I know isn't the best, but I just wanted something new. And I also did complete this with randoms, which turned out surprisingly well. Usually most randoms just either fail and leave after a few fails, or they start begging for a bigger cut, so they just leave when they don't get what they want. So we went to the manager's office, hacked the elevator, went to the basement, took out a few guards, and then made our way to the safe. We drilled the safe, and then we started collecting all the cash. We also made sure to leave before the timer went off and the gas started flooding the room, so we didn't trigger any alarms, so we could easily make our escape. So after we left the safe, we got our high roller outfits and just made our way to the exit. Unfortunately, we did get spotted, but it wasn't that big of a deal. We took the helicopter. And boom, that's another easy 1.1 million. And so far, we've made 2.5 million. Then I quickly flew to the acid lab to resupply it, and I completed a bunker cell mission, so that's another 220,000 minus the 60,000 for the acid lab. Then I quickly flew over to the nightclub and collected the wall safe cash, so that's another free 200,000. After that, I decided to complete the auto shop contract, the Union Depository, which gives you 300,000. And it's super easy to do. All you have to do is just 2 setup missions and then the actual mini heist, you could say. So the first one is you go to a building, kill a bunch of dudes, go to the garage, kill more dudes, steal a car, and park it close to the Union Depository. And then the second one is, you steal a police helicopter, you scan a parking lot and find the banker's car, follow him, and take some photos of him with his mistress so you can blackmail him for the code. And you're pretty much done. Now for the actual Union Depository, all you have to do is just go to your car, drive to the Union Depository, acting like your private security, go upstairs, steal a bunch of gold, and exit out of there. Now I did what I do with the casino heist, where I basically go over to the police station and steal a helicopter so I can more easily lose the cops and get to the end destination faster. And that's some easy 270,000. Now after I completed every single one of these, the Cayo Perico heist had reset, and because it was the first 48 minutes after it reset, I actually got the hard mode Cayo Perico heist, which is basically the same thing, but it just pays out a lot more. Now for the second Cayo Perico of the video, I did get the tequila bottle, which is the worst target that you can get, which is fine because I did have hard mode as I said. So I quickly completed all the setups again, completed the heist, and this time I did get lucky with the secondary loot, and I got 2 cocaines, which is the best target you can get. And after the heist was done, I made it out with 1.1 million. Now lastly, the payphone hit cooldown had reset again, so I completed one of those again, and that's pretty much it for day 1. So at the end of day 1, we had successfully made 4.16 million, which is pretty good for one day. Now for day 2, as soon as I logged in, I completed a payphone hit for an easy 85k, and then I started, you guessed it, Cayo Perico heist. Now this time I got the ruby necklace, which is okay, at least it's not tequila. And again I completed all the setups, fully completed the heist, and after 45 to 50 minutes of work, I made another 1.1 million. So now we're at 5.23 million, and we just crossed the halfway mark. Now moving on, I quickly resupplied the acid lab, completed another payphone hit because the cooldown reset, and waited a few minutes to sell the acid lab. Now I did sell this at a public lobby, so with the high demand bonus, I made 500,000 from one sell mission. And once I was done with the acid lab, I started the casino heist. And this time it was the aggressive approach. And don't worry, I obviously greet the valet every time I visit the casino. Now these are all the preps and setups I completed for the heist. And I also got lucky with the primary target and I got the artwork, which is pretty fast to complete, especially because with the aggressive approach you don't have too much time in the vault. So I made it out of the casino with another 1.4 million. And so far we are at 7.43 million. And that's pretty much it for day 2. And we finished day 2 with 7.43 million as I said. Now for day 3, I immediately started the Cayo Perico heist. And I did get lucky again. And I got the bearer bonds, which is, as I said, the second best target. So I quickly completed all the setups, left a nice tip at the casino valet, and started up the heist. Now this time at the airfield I only got cash, but luckily I got a painting at the elevator room, so that made up for that. I stole the bearer bonds, got out of there, and made a quick 1.1 million. And that bumps us up to 8.43 million. Now we're only missing 1.6 million, so I resupplied the acid lab to sell later, I completed a payphone hit, and I started the data leaks, aka the Dr. Dre contract. Now for this one, I had already completed part 1 out of 3, so I only had to complete the other 2 parts, and each part is 2 missions and 1 kind of like a setup. So I completed everything, and then I helped Dr. Dre get his phone back, and that granted me another 1 million. So we're at the final stretch right now, we are sitting at 9.47 million, and we need about 500,000, which perfectly lines up with the acid lab. So I made my way over there, resupplied it, waited for a bit to fill up, and sold at a populated lobby for another 500,000. And after the sell, we were at 9.95 million. We were only missing 50,000. So I made my way over to the bunker, I resupplied it, I sold the previous stock, and that pushed us to over 10 million. So we are finally done. This took 3 days to complete and many hours of grinding. Most of those I'm not able to use here because it's just boring missions. So I finally made my 10 million, and now I think I am prepared for the winter DLC. I am gonna probably grind a bit more just to be safe and to be able to deliver to you guys every piece of new content as soon as possible. So if you do not want to miss that out, make sure to subscribe, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like. And let's not forget that the GTA 6 trailer reveal is gonna be dropping in 2 days from recording this. I'm not sure when this is gonna be out, but if you wanna watch my full reaction to the GTA 6 trailer as soon as it comes out, I am gonna be live on Twitch, so you can go follow me over there. Hi, Editor Bolt right here. This video was supposed to come out before the GTA 6 trailer, but it took longer than expected to edit, and we also know what happened with the trailer release. So anyway, and thank you all so much for watching, guys. This video took a while to make, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.